As the world mourns Pope Francis, history's most secretive transfer of power begins. White Smoke, the path to a new pope, guides you through this momentous transition. We explain exactly what happens next, leading to the dramatic conclave vote. Learn how each ritual unfolds, what each tradition means, and why these ancient ceremonies still matter today. Follow along as the throne of St. Peter stands empty and a new chapter in church history begins. White Smoke, available wherever you get your podcasts.
Do you know what a group of flamingos is called? That's just one of thousands of facts you'll discover on 5 daily trivia questions. Hi, I'm Mark Ellison. Join me every weekday for 5 mind-expanding questions about everything from ancient history to modern technology. Perfect for impressing friends or dominating your next pub quiz. 5 daily trivia questions. And the answer, a group of flamingos, is called a flamboyance. 5 daily trivia questions.
Caloroga Shark Media.
Hey there, I'm Johnny Mac with 5 good news stories. Good news if you've been waiting to take out the book Lombardi, Winning is the Only Thing. You might have been waiting since 1973 because that's the last time it was checked out of the Benson Memorial Library. Well, it's back. And it came with a donation to cover the fine, plus interest. Jessica is the library's executive director and said it was a huge surprise. The staff texted to let me know. We were all floored by it. The person that took the book out no longer lives in the area, but stopped in during a visit several weeks ago. Out of the goodness of his heart, he brought the book back after he found it while going through some things. If the library collected fines, it would have cost almost $2,000, but it seems that they are waiving the fines. Jessica said, it's been so nice to share his love of the library. Even 51 years later, he still remembers the library and appreciates the services we provide. Congratulations to David and Jennifer. They took on the Guinness World Record for hanging up 10 items of clothing. They did that in 51.8 seconds. The previous record was 57.87. David said it took several practice attempts, as well as a few failed official attempts, before they were able to get it down to 51.8. We hugged, we kissed, and then we collapsed from exhaustion. Am I delusional? 10 items in 51 seconds doesn't sound like crazy? I feel like you could break that one if you wanted to. A vinyl record recording from a couple's 1966 wedding was returned to the family. It had ended up at a Texas thrift store. Kate bought a record from a thrift store in Austin. She opened it. She was expecting to find a recording from the Modern Jazz Quartet. She instead found a recording of Vows, Prayers, and Cheers from a Wedding. The record was labeled Phil and Donna's Wedding. Katie explains, we put it on. We instantly connected with the record, wanted to make sure it found its way back to the family because it was in a different sleeve, so we anticipated it's probably missing its owners. The story made the media. Donna's daughter found it. Apparently, the couple had been married in California in '66 before moving to Austin. They had an estate sale when they moved from Austin to Denver in 2022. The record must have been sold as a result of being misplaced in the wrong sleeve. Donna said, we had a large record collection. Somehow, our wedding vinyl made its way into a jazz cover. Makes me wonder what other treasure we left behind. Was happy to find out that her favorite actress, Kate Winslet, helped the girl fulfill her visual bucket list. Kate donated $5,000 so Lily Ray could see the Northern Lights, and then also invited Lily Ray and Mom to join her for a night at the theater in London. Lily Ray has Stargardt disease, an inherited condition that causes blurriness in the central part of the eye. Her mom, Emma, set up a GoFundMe to help her daughter enjoy as many visual experiences as possible before her sight worsens. Emma, the mom, says Kate was very, very welcoming. Sounds like a funny thing to say, but she was just normal, very humble. Kate Winslet also arranged for the girl to tick another item off her list, which is feeding tigers. They did that at the Knowsley Safari Park in Prescott, England. White Smoke. The path to a new pope explores humanity's most elaborate and secretive transfer of power, a process now unfolding following the death of Pope Francis. This series reveals the hidden rituals, ancient traditions, and behind-the-scenes drama of papal transition. As the Catholic world enters this solemn period of mourning and anticipation, join us in witnessing how the Church has perfected this sacred process over 2,000 years, and what happens in these crucial days when the throne of St. Peter stands empty. White Smoke brings listeners inside the conclave that will determine who will succeed Pope Francis and lead the Church into its next chapter. White Smoke, wherever you get your podcasts.
You can get this podcast completely ad-free right now. If you're on Apple, just click the banner that says Uninterrupted Listening, and you'll get your first month free. If you use Spotify or other podcast players, go to caloroga.com/plus. It's just $5 a month, and you'll get access to over 20 premium shows with no interruptions. Binge listen to new series like the political thriller Acting President, Signal Lost, where military secrets land on the wrong phone, and Pager Protocol, the thriller about exploding pagers in the wrong hands. Plus, enjoy daily shows like Palace Intrigue about the royal family, daily comedy news, and 5 daily trivia questions to test your knowledge, and White Smoke, taking you behind the scenes at what's happening right now at the Vatican. You also get all our hot shows like 5 good news stories. Enjoy your favorite content without any ad breaks. Remember, Apple users click the Uninterrupted Listening banner for your free first month, and everyone else head to caloroga.com/plus. Get ad-free listening today.
Good news, the police in Japan have caught the shoe thief that was on the loose at a kindergarten. Turns out it was a weasel. Yeah, an actual weasel, not like a creepy guy stealing shoes at a kindergarten, which would be terrible and probably would make this podcast. This is an actual weasel. A weasel with a tiny shoe in its mouth was spotted on video footage after police installed 3 cameras in the kindergarten. The deputy chief says, "It's great it turned out not to be a human being." I agree. The vanished shoes were all slip-ons that the children wore indoors, stubbed in cubby holes near the door. About 15 of them had been taken before the police were called. Then 6 more taken the following day. The weasel returned November 11th to steal 1 more. Experts say the shoe-loving weasel only took white indoor shoes made of canvas, likely because they're light to carry. And those are your 5 good news stories for today. Hey, one way you can support the program is become a premium subscriber. For $5 a month, you'll get the program without commercial interruption. If you're on Apple Podcasts, click the banner that says Uninterrupted Listening. You get a 30-day free trial. You get this program and a bunch of others on the network, including daily comedy news, which I host 7 days a week. You get those commercial free. If you're not on Apple Podcasts, there's a link in the show notes. We can do that on other podcast apps as well. All right, you have an awesome day. Watch your shoes.